Flip. I'm with Baldwin Contracting. I've been here for 13 years. I'm the loader operator for the hot plant and aggregate sales in the Chico yard.
Great. Can you tell me a little bit about this loader?
No. Yeah, this is your basic John Deere loader. Simple operation. Steering wheel just like a car. The only thing different is the gear shift is on the left-hand side. Push forward to go forward. Pull all the way back to go back. And you turn to select the gears. It's also an automatic transmission. You can lock in a gear or it'll shift for you. Over here you have two main controls. This one lifts the main boom, which will raise everything. This is your tilt, which lowers the bucket or empties out. And this third lever is in case we were to have a different apparatus on there, it would activate that. It would activate the hydraulics up front.
Now, how much time do you spend in equipment like this in your typical day?
Spend about 8 hours a day in the seat of this loader.
And do most of your work here on the site, or do you go out in the field?
No, I stay right here. We have different divisions, and the division I'm in, we stay right here in the yard. We produce the asphalt that would go out into the field.
Okay. So 8 hours a day you're in this little compartment, and how you like it?
It's the best job ever. My boss is right there. Every day is a painful reminder I didn't go to college. Stay in school, kids.
Right on.
No, actually, this is a great job. This, you know, it's every kid's dream to play with tractors and move dirt and stuff like that, and that's what I get to do. And at the end of the day, I see the progress, and there's results in what I'm doing here. You know, whether it's a road that's being paved, like one of the main roads in Chico, I go and I tell my family, see this road? Every rock was in my bucket at one point. Or, you know, just moving the piles around here. At the end of the day, you've done something, you've accomplished something.
And you said you've been working here for about 13 years?
13 years.
How have you noticed your skill set from the beginning being awkward?
I used to be sharp. I used to be really good. Then depression set in, and the drinking, of course. And since then, I'm just a danger to myself and others. Actually, this is something where, well, like anything when you start, it's very difficult, it's confusing, and it seems like there's a lot of pressure because there's a lot of things happening in this yard. And when they first lay out everything that you have to do, it's a little bit overwhelming. And as time goes by and more time in the seat of the loader, it's all secondhand, and it comes real easy, and you want them to bring you more. The more pressure, the better, the faster the day goes. And that's what really makes the job happen, is when things are cooking around here.
Now, I noticed that one of the concerns is equipment maintenance, and how much of the time is your equipment down, or you know, say you're running the equipment and then it breaks. Is that a major factor?
That's a huge factor. They do routine maintenance around here, so everything is kept in shape. All loaders, even if they're the same make and model, everything acts a little differently. And so once you get into a piece of equipment that you're comfortable with and you've been in it for a while, for a couple of years, you don't want to lose that piece of equipment. Right now they're doing maintenance on mine, but the other thing is the equipment doesn't lie. We have a checkoff sheet every day. We have to check off the fuel, the air filters, oil, transmission fluid, coolant, and if you don't do that and something happens to the equipment, it's obvious you didn't check it off. So maintenance around here is really important.
Can you tell me a little bit about a basic 8-hour day, what you would be involved with? You'd mentioned that your hot plant's going to be running tomorrow morning from about 8 o'clock. Can you just give us guys at the campus a little feel for what you do on an 8-hour shift?
That would be really depressing. That would be really boring. Well, what we do is start off firing up the hot plant, make sure that all the feeders are filled, and that's kind of a weird setup, because once they fire that up, all those feeders that are filled, they start going down, and it's like the guy spinning plates, you know. And as he gets to the end, the first plate falls, so he has to go back, but by then the other plate falls. That's what I do all day long. Is the feeders are going down, I fill this one and get it filled, but by that time this one's down. Then a truck pulls in the yard and they want to get base rock, so I got to try to fill all my feeders, run over there, load that truck, get him filled up. By the time I come back, all my feeders are down, have to feed them again, and that's what makes the day go right there.
I'm going to pan over here so people can get a feel for where we're at.
Okay, when I first pull into the pile, my bucket's all the way on the ground. As my bucket first hits the pile, I'm going to raise it up just a 1/4 inch to an inch so I'm not dragging the bottom and I'm not digging a hole. That's when I really throttle into it. And as I go in, I start to curl my bucket, and then I start to lift my bucket using the side of the hill to help fill the bucket. And that way I always get a full bucket.
Can you tell me a little bit about the safety features that you have on this loader?
All right, well, I'm standing behind the 980 loader right now. I'm 6'4", and you can tell that there's no way the operator would see me. I'm backing up. He'd still have a hard time seeing me back here. So we have, on this particular loader, for this company, we have certain features. Right up there up top, that's a video camera that relays into a monitor into the cab. And the operator can use that to see when he's backing up. We also have what's standard on most backing up loaders equipment is the backup alarm right here, which sounds every time you go into reverse. We also, for night, have a light, the strobe right here. So if you're working around the area, you'll see the strobe light and you'll know where the equipment is and that you're behind it. It's run by a sonar, which sends a signal into the cab, which beeps when the operator and the tractor are within 20 feet of a piece of equipment, a berm, or even a person. That alarm will sound to let them know that somebody's behind them.
As an operator, do you have a few items that you go through before you back up? I mean, kind of a overall feel for the area that you're going to be backing into?
Well, when I first start out in the morning, when I'm first getting into my loader, I'll look behind it to make sure that somebody didn't come up behind me and park a pickup behind me, and I may not see it back into a pickup. And so we walk around it, and we have the mirrors. I'll check the mirrors, and also when there's people around in the area and I'm out of my normal work area, because where I work people shouldn't be there, I'll blast the horn, the air horn on the loader, and that'll let people know that I'm backing up.